Good morning, me hearties. A very good morning to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE. I thought we'd have a quick pop-up, 10:15 on Monday morning, Monday the 29th of May, 2023. Nothing gets past me. And a very, very warm welcome to every single one of you. Tremendous stuff. If you're on holiday, then this is an excellent way to spend a few minutes. Good morning, fine sir. Hey, howdy doing? Howdy doing? Lovely to have you with us and DINKY-DOO. John Wayne has joined us. Scottish Highlander has joined us. Good morning, Scottish Body DJ. Do tell us where you're watching from, guys. Very important. It's a bank holiday. It is, Norrie. Yes, indeed. So don't be rushing to the bank. Opinions on York. York is outstanding. Sometimes a wee bit difficult, I think, to get part in York, but it's absolutely outstanding. And the Minster, of course, a friend of mine went recently to receive some Monday money at York Minster. Paisley, a DINKY-DOO, Carluke, we love it. Nice hat, Scotty. Thank you. Good morning, Scotty. DINKY-DOO, morning, Stephen. Glad you could join us. And a very warm welcome. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McClue is live. Hashtag FLOTI. DINKY-DOO, good morning to you all. Lovely to have you with us. And a very, very warm welcome. Good morning from Newton Stewart. On Newton Stewart, Maureen is down in Newton Stewart. Lovely to have you with us, Maureen. What a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. Newton Stewart. Good morning, Scotty. St. John's Town of Dalry. Do you know that one? Kirkcudbright. Yes. Where are you from? I am from the universe, Shona. I am a child of the universe, but Scotland is actually where I'm from. Your nostrils are breathing. They do. I learned that trick off a dragon, you see, and then I can talk and breathe. Conlon says, where's the accordion? The accordion is here. Here is the accordion. Yes. So if you wanted a wee tune, we could get one for you. That would be rather good, wouldn't it? Excellent stuff. There we have it, and a very good morning to you. Come and join us as soon as you can. There's Simon. Excellent stuff. Did you like that? DINKY-DOO, I say to every single one of you. Guys, I want you also to try out the YouTube channel and get following me here. Can you play the stash? I don't know what the stash is. The shash. There, don't you give me any of your shash. I'll tell you that. Give us a tune, Scotty. I might do DJ. Hello from Oban. Good morning from up the Balachanree. Fantastic. How lovely to have you with us. Or are you doing it wee Ganavan? Or are you down the Kilmore and Kilbride Road? Fantastic. We love it. Or are you up at Soraba? There you go. You see, I'm not daft to me. Everything. What have we got there? Full-time professional, says Katie. Thank you, Katie. I am indeed a full-time professional. That's what we like. Now, tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Lots of you coming and joining us, pardon me. Hello from Livingston. Oh, we like Livingston, the home of the roundabout. The Lizzie Bryce. Am I right? Does it ring a bell? And was Lizzie not a witch in her day? I'll bet she wasn't. They just accused her of it because she was clever and a herbalist. Watching in my back garden in Chester. I should be doing weeding. No. Hey, how you doing? Never mind the weeding. Leave it just now. You're watching Scottie McClue. You're watching the national treasure. Originally from Kelso, Scottie. What a beautiful town that is. The square at Kelso. The Floors Castle. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There we go. Favourite place in Scotland, says Kyle. All of it, Kyle. Every last bit of it. The beautiful, stunningly beautiful city of Glasgow. The Easter Hoose. The Nidri. The Ridri. All these places. Hello from New Zealand, from Ayrshire, but on holiday. Labrador. Where are you? Are you North or South Island? I think we should be told. Do tell us. Are you a mason? I don't do any stonework, but I do admire the work that they do. My friend My friend had his country house repointed, 50,000 quid. So there's nothing free about that, I tell you. Follow us, guys. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. So there we go. But it's a great skill, you know, making sure you get all the stones properly squared off. What do you do as a job? As a job, I'm an academic. I inform, I educate, and I entertain. So there we are. You talk exactly like George Galloway. What a terrific compliment. So there you are. Although George blocked me on Twitter because he's got the mother of all talk shows, and I said, but Scottie McClue is surely the daddy of them all. And that, I don't think, went down very well. So there we go. But there you have it. But no, I do admire George as a broadcaster. Very clever man. You're pretty handsome. I thank you. That's very kind of you. I love all of Scotland, but it's the borders for me. Well, the borders are beautiful. Same vibes as my granddad from Livingston. Thank you. Yo, that's cool. Says it all. They are a jobless Brit Nat in Scotland. Is that what you are, Gordon? Well, listen, don't be so hard on yourself. There are other Brit Nats around, not many, you know, and there's a lot of Scot Nats. You could maybe join them. And as for jobless, I think you'll get something. You know what I mean? Keep working at it, Gordon. The South Island, New Zealand, near Christchurch. I know. What schools have you been to? Oh, wonderful, wonderful schools. What regimental hat is that? This one here, this is my own. Can you see the badge at the side? The hand of justice. So there you have it. United Free Ireland. Well, that's what you've got at the moment, really. You know, I mean, I was talking to a lady, very, very senior in Ireland, and she said to me, it's only a matter of time, Scotty. My granddad was a Northern Highlander. A Northern Highlander. Yes, indeed, that's where he came from. Great stream, lad. I thank you, Ian. You're very, very kind. We like to do a good professional stream. Morning, Scotty. What's your opinion on Joe Biden? Well, I don't know the man himself, but I don't really like what he's doing, I'm afraid. I'm a bit of a fan of the Donald, and I'm hoping the Donald will get back into power and stabilize the world. Joe's not good for the world, but I'm sure he's a pleasant enough cove if you met him for afternoon tea. Scotty, you're giving good nationalist vibes. Absolutely, Katrina. Well, I think Scotland would do very, very well as an independent country. And if we can't get independence, do you like McDonald's? They are a very fine clan. I was very sorry what happened to them in 1692. You're surely joking, Ree Donald. No, Stephen. No, Donald is a... Don't underestimate Donald. He's the nearest thing America's had to a king. America would love a monarchy. Everybody loves a monarchy, and we have one or two half-wits in this country. Well, they want to be wits, but they're halfway there, who don't understand the monarchy. Have you seen Phil? I Want a Word. Yes, I'll bet you do. Hi, Scotty. I like your radio show on the women drivers. Absolutely. No, guys, I've uploaded a lot of new videos for you. Now, some of them are just wee snippets of information. Which ones do you like best? One or two are radio recordings from the show, that sort of stuff. So tell us. I really enjoy your videos. Thank you, Callum. You're my favorite. Oh, bless you, Callum. We were saying, should Scottie McClue go on the couch on this morning just to bring stability to a very difficult setup for ITV. Just found you. Lenny Loop, so glad you have. Are you a spiritual chap, Scotty? Oh, I believe in the human spirit. Very much so, I would say. A spiritual soul. See what I just did there? Can you say hi to Josh? I can indeed. They should take down Charles and replace him with Nigel Garage. And I think you mean Farage. So they are. You think Nigel Farage would make a good king? Certainly makes a very good broadcaster. I can tell you that for nothing. So there we go. Ian's just joined us. Dinky-Doo. Ian, lovely to have you with us. Thank you, Johnny. It's the predictive text, isn't it? Yes, I remember your argumentative phone calls. Law. Well, Roadrunner, we have to. You cannot let people away with some of the rubbish they're trying to get away with. And I would say if you were wanting suitable people, then you should get them to be interviewed with Scottie McClue. Benjamin says, do you have a wife, Scottie? Benjamin, don't be ridiculous. Who would have me? It sure is tough, Guy. Yes, it's very tough out there, I say to you. But we are here and we are smooth. What's your opinions on Greek mythology? Well, it is just as you say, mythology. And there are mythological beings, mythological people, mythological gods. But Narcissus, for instance, I once encountered a narcissist, and it's a very serious illness. These are very damaged people, very toxic, and very, very dangerous to your purse. So steer clear of narcissists. What's the hat about? It's about sitting it on my head. What else would you suggest I do with it? Now, there's no need for that. So there you go. But the hat is about keeping my head warm, first and foremost. Very much a Scottish thing, the Glengarry. Good morning, everybody. Lovely to have you with us, and a very warm welcome. I'd like all of you to try out the Scottie McClue YouTube channel. Do you prefer the radio to TikTok? Well, you see, that's a very interesting question. A guy came on the other day. I used to have, right, here it is straight. Here's the truth. 2 billion people have heard of Scottie McClue in the world. 2 billion people, right? Now, there are 8 billion people in the world, so before you start celebrating, that means 6 billion people have yet to hear of Scottie McClue. All right? So I've got a mountain to climb if everybody in the world has to know it. So who's the biggest narcissist in London public life? Oh, I could drop a few names, but I would never be so base as to do that. So 2 billion people have heard of Scottie McClue. So there you are. Now, that's quite a mountain to climb. We are Hibernian FC, says Liam Farrell. Excellent. Who's we, Liam? You and somebody else. So there you go. So I've got a mountain to climb so that everybody in the world has heard of Scottie McClue. Now, on the radio, 250,000 people every half hour listened to Scottie McClue. Somebody came on the other day and said, oh, TikTok, is that not a bit of a come down for you? So I had to explain to them that to date, 150 million of you have watched my TikToks. So there we go. Scottie, up the provisionals. Nobody cares. Well, the provisionals are really the learner drivers, aren't they? They've got a provisional license, and you can tell they have to have their L plates on. So, but don't be too hard on them because everybody has to sit their driving test to make the roads safer. What's your view on James Connolly? A remarkable man and a remarkable politician, and I don't think should have met the sad end that he met. So that's my thinking. Scottie, you're my favourite. Provisional IRA, well, that died out. That's 100 years ago, and died out at the peace process. I know there are a few thugs round the schemes trying to cause trouble, but no. There you are. Have you ever heard of the common ridings in the Scottish borders, Chris? I got one of the most wonderful compliments paid to me recently. I was invited to speak at one of the common ridings. I won't say which one. Now, to me, that is a huge, huge honor. Yeah. And I've met the trumpets, and I've met the flag bearers. Yes, absolutely. I've been to the common riding, and I would have loved to have gone to speak, but it clashed logistically with other things. But it was so kind of them to invite me. And, up the common riding, I say. I was Lauder Cornet in 2019. Sorry, I said trumpets, Chris. You must forgive me. The cornet. There we are. The Clan Anderson here from Chicago. Well, do you know, I popped up a little video on TikTok yesterday. Clan Lament. Have a look at that. It's a tragic, tragic story. They were massacred at Dunoon because they were too powerful. Hello, watching from Australia. Vegemite, we love you in Australia. Down under, whereabouts are you? In Oz. Do follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. Because although 150 million have watched the TikTok to date, we need to get... Scotty, can you play the flute? No, but I was very friendly with a top flautist. I'm watching you from Wales. Well, we love having you with us from Wales. And DINKY-DOO, I say to you, follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. And if you go on to the TikTok bio, you'll see the link to the YouTube channel. Go and subscribe. It could well do with your support. Do you know anything of the Robson heritage in Scotland? I don't know Robson, but I would think that would be a sept, S-E-P-T, of the clan Robertson. So I would look at that. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Everybody should be following on here. And have a look at that little video that I've put up about the Laments and about the Loch Buie. Now, that was very popular. When I was a little boy in the 1960s, I used to go to Mull on holiday and the Isle of Mull. And I lived in Tobermory and would play down at the pier, and the steps were there, and at the steps was the Loch Buie. And she was a wonderful little vessel. And you could get the Loch Buie for cruises up Loch Sunart. She brought the mail and the papers and everything to the island. The big boat would bring the papers probably, but she took the mail and the papers over to the Ardnamurchan Peninsula. Anything on the Clan McCLUE? I shall look into that, the McCLUEs, because we do have... McCLUE is a place in Scotland just outside Dundee. Have you ever been to Possil, mate? I've been in Possil all the time. I lived in Maryhill for 11 years. So there we go. Now then, a very good morning to everybody. If you've just joined us, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful holiday. So good to be with you. Hello from Louisiana, says Big Chungus. Big Chungus, we love you in Louisiana. Guys, can everybody get tapping? Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, just on your phones. Just tap the front of your phones, and that will let everybody know that we're on. Do you know of the Czechoslovakia squadron during the Battle of Britain? I do, Mr. Goatface. Yes, I mean, people think that it was all your sort of top drawer English people that won the Battle of Britain. But in actual fact, it was the Polish and the Czechoslovakians and the Canadians. All these people were fighting above the skies in 1940. No Watkins, says Roadrunner. Are you not, son? Well, keep going. Most people are on holiday today. I'm on holiday myself. No one cares, says Dankips. Dankips, you poor, poor soul. Everybody, 8 billion people care. You're the only one that doesn't care. And you need to learn to start caring. And your life will change dramatically. My mother was from Chester Road in Maryhill. Brilliant. Shakespeare Street. There we go. Go to visit Jackson Square in New Orleans, where the British were hindered for a moment. Big Chungus. Here's Prat arrived, guys. TJ the DJ, otherwise known a.k.a. Prat. You're still on the radio, Scotty. No, Niels. Came off the radio about 2.5 years ago. So we're on the YouTube and TikTok. Is that the best place for Scottie McClue? Davy says stolen vanity. Now, Davy, what does that mean? Is this the British in America? Do you fancy a little duet, Scottie? Of course, Craig. Or Crag, I should say. Crag, the duet. We'll maybe give you a wee tune on the accordion. If I'm correct, Andrew Jackson would recruit pirates for his battle against the Royal Navy. Yes, Big Chungus, Andrew Jackson. And America was desperate to have a monarchy after independence. And they asked Bonnie Prince Charlie to come in. I'm gutted you're not on the radio. You kept us awake, says Roadrunner. I'm up for a little sing. What are you drinking, Scottie? Just the water, Niels. Is that a picture of Cameron behind you? I wish it was. It'd be worth a fortune. No, that's just little old me. There we are. And Lord Reith the Labrador. There he is. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, fantastic. Now, Dinky-Doo, I say to you, opinion on Oban. One of the most adorable places in the world. The absolute metropolis, the center of the universe, Oban. A little bit difficult to get parked in high summer. But very, very lovely part of the world. Out to Connaught Bridge, North Connaught. I think there's a little airfield there. There's an airfield at Glenforsa in Mull. Oban, the home of the old West Highland Yacht Club. Oban Bay used to be full of yachts, like big steam yachts. It attracted the bigwigs, the great and the good, the Highland Ball, country weekends down at Poltallach House near Crinan, the Ballachan Ree, Wee Ganavan, where else? Soraba, as I say, very nice. Lovely views, the Kilmore and Kilbride Road down to Lochgilpin. There we go. Where's your hackle? Well, we're not red hackle, and my hackle would just be, I would probably have a hackle as Black Watch, and I would probably have a hackle as, I would have eagle feathers as a Queen's Own Cameron Highlander, because my father had the eagle feathers. Fort Augustus, Dinky-Doo. Do you still say Dinky-Doo, Scottie? Oh, yes, I've just said it. Dinky-Doo. Yes, the most popular phrase in the world. People meet now. I think we should change our greetings to Dinky-Doo. Kirriemuir, such a beautiful place. Kirriemuir. So you've spelt it with an E there. It's an I. And that was the thrums of James M. Barrie. He was from Kirriemuir. J. M. Barrie, Peter Pan, the writer of Peter Pan. Dinky-Doo, yes, I do, youist. I do indeed. The wonderful hard to whatever. You look nice. Thank you. Jesus Christ loves you. He does indeed. And we adore him. Hat, dear, sorry, bad spelling. Use a spell checker. Oh, my goodness. I came in one night and there was a witch sitting at my computer. And I said, excuse me, what are you doing? She said, just a quick spell check. Whoo! See what I just did there? Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. I say to you, why does England rule Scotland? England doesn't rule Scotland. Westminster, right, doesn't rule Scotland, but is in a union with Scotland. So Scotland and England, Northern Ireland and Wales are in a union now called the United Kingdom. They united the crown. Scotland took over the crown in 1603, and then in 1707, 104 years later, they united the parliaments. Big mistake for Scotland. Great thing for Westminster. Scotland have an oath to Charles. They do indeed. and have their own freedom and wealth is good being. No, we don't have our own freedom and wealth. We need to keep our own money. I think the First Minister should try and do a deal with Westminster and say we won't push for full independence as long as you respect the Scottish Parliament and we can keep all 100% of our own money. Guys, if anybody's feeling flush, I've put a wee goal up there for 100 red roses. But Scottie McClue is always free at the point of consumption. There we are. What's your opinion on Roman morphology? I couldn't tell you much about morphology. I'll tell you about the Romans. Moon, thank you for sending me a beautiful heart. What a lovely thing to do. Moon and stars above, you've just become number 28 on Scottie McClue's team. How good is that? Fantastic. My pleasure. Moon and stars above, you are so kind. Guys, you're such lovely, lovely people on TikTok. The only thing I've ever seen on here is a little announcement, that some comments have been held to protect the community. So obviously a few dirty wee filthy middens have tried to troll and been unsuccessful. I feel you'd be a fantastic actor. Have you ever acted? Taylor, I have actually acted rather a lot. I'm a trained actor, believe it or not, as well as a financier and an academic. What about that? So there we are. Much white light and love you, moon and stars above. Huge white light and discovery to you. Always remain in the light, my dear, dear person. Hi, Scottie. I took your advice this week. What was that, Mr. T? I spoke to you 35 years ago on the radio. Nils, that's not good enough. We need to speak again and don't leave it so long next time. Because in another 35 years, I shall be retiring. Right? And we don't want that, you see. So there we are. I retire in 2056. That's when I plan to retire, because I should be on an even keel financially by then. Surely this is acting, says Eddie. Yes, it is, Eddie, but as somebody said on Saturday night during the phone-in, what you see with Scottie McClue is what you get. So it's not acting like certain people have been doing recently and have proved to be a bit false. You look about 80. You're spot on, McVeigh. You're very kind. I'm a wee bit over that, you see. What age will you be? Well, I should be 100, Roadrunner. And I think you maybe have to retire at 100. Or people will think you're just playing the system. You know what I mean? Fantastic. 84 years of legend status. Well, do you know, Pete, it's in about 3 weeks' time, 3 or 4 weeks' time, Scottie McClue has been gracing your airwaves for 31 years. What's the next level after demigod law? Well, Bill, your next level would be, would be the man himself. So, right up there, you know. You talk like a unionist. Yes, how does a unionist talk? And you say you talk like a unionist. You mean because I want Scottish independence? I sound like a unionist. You retire at 60. God, nowadays, you're kidding. Who on earth could retire at 60? You're on the air. We are, Cameron. I'm 38, mate. Listened while growing up every night. Went to sleep listening to you. Slaughtering people. Oh, Pete, not at all. We just pointed out the error of their ways. That's not slaughtering. There's Shua says, morning, Scottie. Dinky-Doo on this bank holiday Monday. Shua has got himself onto the, herself, onto the YouTube channel, guys. And that's what it's all about. You must have been tiny when you first listened to me, especially 100. I used to listen to you on Hallam FM years back. Always enjoyed your shows. I thank you, Steph. We loved Hallam FM. Scottie McCLUE was the biggest thing since the Yorkshire pudding. And somebody said yes, and twice as tasty. Thank you. Good for you. Britain wanted a Brexit. We didn't really get one. Our country's terrible. No, Brexit, ministers, I think, has probably killed the economy. For how long, I don't know. Brexit was really a huge act of self-harm. Probably since the First World War have we not harmed ourselves so much. £250 billion. That's why when people criticise the monarchy, who are virtually self-financing, I think Brexit's cost us already £250 billion. These were political errors. They didn't have to, they push, it was democracy, the people did it. That's them trying to blame the people for saving the backsides of the billionaires. Yes, who didn't want to declare their tax. DINKY-DOO, Scott, you need to go now. Niels, you take care. Posh Scottish, lol, I'm glad you want independence. Absolutely, Shan. Everybody does. What do you work for as? I'm an academic. I inform, educate, and I entertain on here. Can you levitate like in the air? I'm doing it now. I'm floating like a hovercraft on a cushion of air. And there is levity. Can you not hear the levity in my voice? Really, you're 19 years old, ministers above. You are correct. I am 19, yes, indeed, in dog years. You're only as young as you feel inside, dear. Well, ministers above, I'm feeling very good inside because I'm at the water. Oh, that's lush. Problem with Scottish independence is that a nation you don't contribute anything. Safe in the UK. Now, Lewis, I won't accuse you of having an IQ of less than 1. Scotland actually subsidises the UK to the tune of £75 billion a year. Now, the reason that Britain, although it's a landmass, there's no such country as Britain, but you talked about the British government, the British monarchy, and the reason Britain has got rid of its colonies up till now is they weren't proving economically sound enough. The deals weren't sound enough, and they'd probably taken everything they could at the time. Now, they won't let the colony of Scotland go because it's a cash cow, Lewis. So what you're doing by slagging off Scotland is you're biting the hand that feeds you. Capiche? All right? So Scotland would love to leave and keep all of its own money and spend it in Scotland, but your mob would start to starve to death. So you owe Scotland a massive apology, Lewis. And you don't need to apologize to me because I'm used to people, of huge levels of ignorance. What tartan's that, pal? This isn't a tartan. This is a checkered Glengarry. So there you are. So it's not actually a tartan. The next level doesn't mean death, though. The absolute top level means death. Lewis, you need to be kidding, says Shan. Thanks, Shan. You look after him. He needs help. Need to go text again. Take care, Biggin Roadrunner. You look after you. Gosh, I'm behind here. Nice Range Rover model, Scotty. The P38. I actually was fortunate enough to have one. Fantastic vehicles. Yes, a proper motor car. A proper motor car. There we go. I can't see anything to match them in today's market. We exist to earn the elite's passive income. I think that's right, Luke, but we need to change that a bit and earn ourselves some passive income. Love from Michigan, mate. Talking of passive income, if anybody wants to click on the red roses and send me a red rose, that would be beautiful. There we go. Now, who have we got here? Scotty, Just Caleb, DINKY-DOO. How lovely to have you with us. Now, full-time professional, says Finlay. Finlay's a full-time professional. Dinky-Doo, Caleb. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome. Who have we got here? 1,000%, says Katrina. Dinky-Doo. Sorry, dear, to hear that. I didn't know. Well, there you are, moon and stars above. I tell you. What have we got here? Well, it really suits you. Bro, the UK would dominate Scotland. Well, it is dominating Scotland for 300 and... What are we at now? 314 years. Is that right? 316 years. It's been dominating Scotland. Now, what have we got? Notorious, we don't mention individuals on here. So don't spam or you'll get a lifetime ban. God save the king, says Fraser. 100% Fraser? Absolutely. There's all the immigration of the unmentionables and put up in hotels. Well, I think this country wants immigration, otherwise they wouldn't be coming in. So somewhere the government are up for it and they're bringing these people in. Would you consider yourself famous? I don't know really what famous means. I would consider myself well known in that 2 billion know me, but that's only 25% of the world's population to date. So I have a mountain to climb so that 8 billion people know me, and all of you follow on TikTok. I mean, nobody should really watch a TikTok of Scottie McClue without following. I don't understand that, you see. So there we have it, and Dinky-Doo. Now then, what do we got here? A full-time king, says user 124. He is indeed a full-time king. Are you part of the Royal British Legion? No, but I do support them. I like the work that they do. Check out my TikToks, and you'll see I've done broadcasts on remembrance and a message to the world leaders. No need for the insults, sir. Looking to be educated. Unfortunately, 75 billion is pennies on our bank. Well, Lewis, yes, there's no insults. It's just a very, very silly thing to say. And Lewis, we will educate you on here. Do not worry. Good morning to you, fella. Good morning, Dirk. I thought it looked different. I wasn't sure. My heritage is Robertson. That's it, Ghost? Yes, indeed. Now, what have we got here? What do we think of Rangers? So there we have it. And what level are you, Scotty? Level. I'm just looking at the picture on the TikTok and YouTube. I would say I'm about halfway up. So I'd need to get to there to be on the level. Big Scotty, up the Royal Artillery. Absolutely comfort. Sir Alba, some folk need to get educated. Yes, Katrina, and we can do that for free. Now, here's a dafty calling himself Rioting in the Woods. Scottie McCLUE-less. Now, why would you say that to a man with an IQ of 164? With 2 degrees, with 50 years on radio and television, live unscripted debate? 50 years of research. 40 years on television and radio. 50 years of international affairs research, all that stuff. Why would you call somebody like that McCLUE-less? How ignorant is the Rioting in the Woods? Can't say too much about the unmentionables. No. Free speech problems, you know what I mean. Of course we do. You cannot lifetime ban anyone. We can, fanboy. Brad has sent me a red rose. I've got 1 red rose out of 100. Is that not beautiful? Sir Alba, Dinky-Doo, any chance Ireland can have its 6 counties back if it's all the same to you? Well, spoons, is it all the same to the people of Ireland and the North? You see, you would need to actually genuinely, properly discuss it without people going, right, we're walking out. We're not having any more discussion. And until you stop that, and the people actually grow up, who are responsible for this, and get themselves back into Stormont and discuss things properly and say, well, we could look at this county or that county or what people actually really genuinely want and how that fits in. I think they've managed to do something about the protocol so you're effectively back in the EU with regards to that. Now, as for the 6 counties, you need to talk to all the people. You'd also need to talk to the Taoiseach, and the president in Dublin and say, do you want to pick up the tab for the North? How is the North doing in the hands of the UK? How would it do? How would it do as a totally independent country? 6 counties. Why don't you add another 3 counties and have the Kingdom of Ulster? And they could be under the monarchy. So there you are. So see what you think. So Spoons, all that needs to be up for discussion. But we need to get the members of the Parliament in Stormont back discussing it properly, like sensible, mature, intelligent, grown-up people that they are purporting to be. And we also need to ensure that violence is 100% removed. And discussion is the order of the day. And that's what needs to happen, Spoons. And then we can say, Sir Alba, love from Ireland. Kieran, love to Ireland. I say to you, I adore Ireland and the Irish people. Moon and Stars Above says there's always the concentration camps, if they're interested. Yes, but Britain has a very poor heritage in running concentration camps. Great Regiment, Dinky-Doo user 862. Shua says, do you think politicians should be held accountable for Brexit, Scotty? They made us promises that they knew were impossible. Yes, I think we need to hear a bit more about how they think Brexit's going. Up the Scots Guards. Joe, we salute you, Scots Guardsmen. Very, very good. There we are. A lot of people wouldn't want them. Scotland and Ireland are lovely. They are. They're beautiful. Just the 2 nations. The Angel will be glad of the snacks. Up the Royal Artillery, says Brooke Boss. Stolen Valor. What do you think of Scotty? Well, tell me more about Stolen Valor, what you mean by that. Should we have a Republic of Scotland? No. The second you have a Republic of Scotland, Scotland has its own monarch, right? King Charles is the monarch of Scotland. He's the King of Scots. And he's also the head of state. He's our sovereign lord, the King Charles III. All right? So he's head of state. And the First Minister swears an oath of allegiance, as do the other MSPs, to the King. So a republic not on the cards. As soon as you mention a republic in Scotland, you will lose 50% of your vote for independence. All right? It just goes bye. So there you go. So you're in a hiding to nothing. Thank you for contributing, guys. I've got 3 red roses. You people are beautiful. I thank you. I'm just looking at the time. It's 11 o'clock. Amazing. What a beautiful morning. Guys, can you all follow me? And can you please watch, share the TikTok videos, the YouTube videos? Get on the YouTube channel. I need 10 of you to go over to YouTube right now and subscribe. And tell me when you've done it. Now, you'll get the link. It's just Scottie McClue Talk Show on YouTube. Put that into your Google. Scottie McClue Talk Show. And that'll take you to the YouTube channel. And I'd like you all to click subscribe. It's free, 100% free. And then tell me you've done it. Up the Scots Guards. Fantastic. Can you speak Scottish? What do you mean, Kieran? Do you mean, can I speak Scottish Gaelic or broad Scots? So there's more than one God. No, there is only the one God, the one true living God, and all faiths worship that God. Although you have many gods, I think, in Hinduism. Yes, but I would say in general, we're talking one God, and people have different titles for that. Whoever said that, says Brook Boss. I've sent you a rose to brighten up your Monday with. I don't know if it's red. You are so kind, Moon and Stars above. There's the red roses there. Tremendous. We love it. Guys, can everybody tap their phone? Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. Just to let everybody know that we are live. Because people kick themselves and go, Scotty, I didn't know you were live and I've watched that. People are going on about what they generally wanted and certain unmentionables. We are not one. No, we are not unmentionables. You can mention Sun and Moon and Stars. Sorry, I've got a wee hair there off my bonnet. You can mention the Sun and the Moon and Stars anytime. And you can mention Scottie McClue anytime. So there you have it. Unfortunately, when people go on about this particular race of people in the two nations, very unfortunate, but we're not different races. You know, we're nations. So there you have it. That's what I remember somebody once said to me, Scotty, they're being racist to me because I'm from Paisley. So I had to say, well, what race are the buddies? People misuse these words and misunderstand. Tell you what, forget about it, Scott. Okay, Shay. I'll remember you. I hope so, Shay. So there we are. They will never happen. It would have already. No, not necessarily. Okay, Buckaroo. Have you got any smackaroos? I've got 5 smackaroos in my wallet. Do you support the LGBTQ community? Yes, but I think, Kieran, they need to extend their welcome and become the LGBTQS and have straight people in the LGBT community. The straight community should be welcome as well. Absolutely terrible. I didn't get a say in anything, neither did normal people. Everyone's saying, stop. So there we are. Didn't ask me, it says Joel. You must have asked Joel. Where did you go to university? I went to the finest university in the world, Glasgow University. Check out the TikTok videos, scroll down and see Glasgow University. So there we are. There's somebody. Good morning, sir. Your voice used to scare me, John. Why on earth would anybody be scared of Scottie McClue unless they had done me a wrong? And there's only one person who has done me a wrong. And that was a narcissist. So there you are. Good morning, Scotty from Newborough. Now, is that Newborough in Fife, or is it Newborough just outside Ellen in Aberdeen? The normal people said, stop immigration. They doubled it. Oh, yes, they did. So there you have it. And that's Brexit for you. And one of the men responsible for Brexit is now saying, going on about the people coming in. Good morning, Scotty, my man. Good morning, running to me. I absolutely like Scotland and Ireland. I absolutely love Scotland and Ireland. Scotty, don't you want freedom? Of course, John. Yes, what a silly question. Don't be scared, though. There we have it. The last king of Wales and the last Welsh king was Glyndwr. Glyndwr. Have I said it right? Yucky da to Wales, by the way. Thank you and others for contributing to the live goal. Yes, you are very kind. Scotty, Are you zesty? Oh, zesty, lemon and orange. What you can't say is India and Pakistan. Yes, you can say India and Pakistan. So there we have it. I worship the Christian God and look up very much to the angel morning star. How beautiful. There we are. You worship Christ's Father. Average Scottish geezer, thank you very much. I am indeed. Norse paganism have many gods, yes. So do the Romans. I mean, the Romans have many gods. Very interesting. Blood, someone get on Overwatch. What's Overwatch? We ask. DINKY-DOO. Yes, McCLUE, absolutely. To support the LGBTQ community, well, we've just done that, haven't we? Absolutely, but we need to talk of including the straight so they're inclusive. I'm in the bath, Scotty. Do you like showers or baths? I love both, but I go for a long time having one without the other, so I might think I'll just shower, and I might shower for a couple of months. And I think it's a couple of months since I've had a bath, so I might bath, and then carry on bathing, and I think I haven't showered for a month. I've just bathed. So they were a plant against Brexit. Yes, we see the people were fooled, and like fools, they voted for Brexit. How's your morning been? I think we've learned our lesson. Say God save the king, mate. Dear Scotty, I loved your Welsh tribute there. Yucky da lumpy. So there, were you in the Scouts as a Wayne, Scotty? Yes. To love God and serve the Queen. Be prepared. There you are. How's that? Left hand handshake. There you go. Nice to meet you all, fellow Scouts. And our chief scout at the time was Chips McLean, dear old Sir Charles McLean of Duart in Mull. I would most definitely vote, but with different rules and different people this time. Charles McLean was a wonderful man. He was the Lord Chamberlain. And Chips, he organised Charles and Diana's wedding. Remarkable man, the Lord Chamberlain, and a very nice man. There we are, Chips McLean. Everybody could speak to Chips. He was a Scots Guardsman. So up the Scots Guards. There, DINKY-DOO. Camera ooh, Kieran, hakama maha. Falchi, ki de mille falchi. Don TikTok, agus YouTube. Did you meet Chips? I did meet Chips Waller, yes. Lovely. Shook hands with him. Boy, did he have a powerful handshake, that man. Fantastic. So there you are. Nice, nice man. And Lady McLean. Lovely people. And of course, Lachlan is the man now. And it was Chips's grandfather, Hector Fitzroy, who restored Duart Castle, and you pass it on the boat on the way to Mull. Do you support the Gaelic-speaking community in Scotland? Sure, Kieran. Yes, indeed. Hakama. So there we go. Lord of the Isles, Lord of the Lost is from Germany. The rather handsome Chris. Ha! Nicht Deutsche sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer. Nicht verstehen. Fantastic. Hello from Mayo in Ireland. We love you in Mayo. Are you in a pipe band? No, but my father was a great piper. The crater has shown communication with the clouds. Hi there from Australia, says Surfers Day. Why have you got pictures of yourself on the wall? I was presented with them, Joey. So I'll show you them. This one I was presented with from the radio station, and this one I was presented with on graduating. Have you ever been to Australia? Sadly, no, that's a luxury I've denied myself up until now. So many pipers. I'm a Julian piper. How beautiful, Kieran. I love the Julian pipes. Yes, big, long, silver ones. And do you work the bellows? I listen. I love the Uilleann pipes. The Chieftains are a great listen to me. I've been twice and I'm only 15. Amazing 95S. Now, I'd love to go to Australia. I'm not well-travelled. I'm very well-travelled in the UK, and I've lived all over the UK in about 8 places. There we are, Dinky-Doo. The chas cannot bra, ha Dinky-Doo, cabraha. So there you go. I'm in a flute band, says Oswin. Oh, that'll be nice. Can you play The Dawning of the Day? The flights are horrible, by the way. What do you mean, too long? My mum went to New Zealand, and she loved it. She said that the young men on the plane were very attentive. There we go. Guys, I'm just looking at the time. Can I show you my Scottish miniature? Well, it's maybe a bit early in the day for that. So long, 95S. Irish Scottish music's the best, so good for the soul. Have I time to play you a tune? I might just play you a wee tune. How about that? Right, here we go. I'll give you a wee Scottish number. There you go. Anybody know the title of that? Can anybody tell me what that's called? So there we are. The Red Hand of Ulster O'Neill. No. That's the Hand of Justice. So there you have it. Dinky-Doo. Lila's just joined us. Lovely to have you all with us. We're very, very tight for time. We're going to have to dash soon, guys. So what a beautiful morning. Can everybody get following, please? So there we are. The hand of revenge and justice to the unmentionables as a moon and stars. Remember, anybody that's been bad to you in the world will get their comeuppance. Karma is real. Guys, I've got 3,300 likes. Is that not beautiful? Watch every TikTok video and get yourself onto the YouTube channel, because the hand was chopped off. So there you are. I'll tell you a story about a Scottish castle. The piper had warned his clan chief of the approaching fleet of the enemy, and he played the pipes. And when the enemy arrived, they chopped his hands off. Now, that was a myth and a legend until they opened up a wall in the castle and found a skeleton with no hands. Oh, hope that hasn't frightened you. Dinky-Doo every day. We're going to have to dash. It's been beautiful being with you. And stay fabulous. Set all your notifications. Let me know when Scottie McClue goes live. Dinky-Doo, I love you. Ta-ra, lads. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. There we are. And, of course, to our beautiful, beautiful YouTubers, a big ta-ta to you. Thank you so much for joining us. You are lovely people. See you all later. Have a gorgeous holiday. Dinky-Doo.